Hey everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. My name is Alyssa, and for today's video, it's actually going to turn into a two-part, just because the experiment we're going to do needs a day and or two to really get the full effects of it. But we're going to be seeing how osmosis works, as well as can we break an eggshell or get rid of the eggshell without destroying the egg. We're going to find out. We're going to do the pre-steps to get us started and ready. And then in the video to come, I'm going to go a little bit more into the background history for it, just because I want to see your reactions and want you to do the experiment first, which will help explain the background information as well. All right, so let's get ready to jump into our experiment and find out the answer on how we can make an egg bounce. All right, so the experiment we're going to be doing is the naked egg or bouncy egg experiment. And right now I'm just going to go over the materials we need for the experiment, and then we have to wait about 3 days in order for the full effects of the experiment to work. So that's in my next video when the experiment's done and we can actually play and hold the egg. I'm going to do more of the background information for that one because I don't want to spoil any surprises before we get to the final results. So the materials we're going to need for this experiment is an egg or multiple eggs, depending on how many you want to do. We're going to need vinegar. I'm most likely going to be using white vinegar I have in my kitchen. We're going to need a mason jar or a glass jar. The ones that I've been seeing for the experiment have a lid on it just because we have to have the egg sit in the vinegar for multiple days. Once we have completed the experiment, we're going to need a plate for when we play with the egg. And an optional item for the experiment is food coloring if you want to make your bouncy egg or egg a different color. All right, so we're going to jump in and I'm going to show you how we're going to start off our bouncy egg. All right, guys, I am in my kitchen. I have gathered all of our materials to start our bouncy egg experiment. I'm going to end up doing 2 different eggs. One I'm going to put in the fridge to see if I get the same results. And I'll probably have one of them be a different color as well, so it'll be easier to differentiate between them. So before we start, double check with mom and dad that it's okay that you are using eggs and that you can do this experiment. Make sure you have a safe spot to hold on to the egg, just because we have to wait 3 full days in order to get our egg to become bouncy. So what I am going to do, I am going to open my carton of eggs, and I just have typical white eggs you get from the grocery store. The super careful thing we need to do is we need to gently put the egg in the container without cracks or spilling it. So once we have one in, I'm going to do my second one. And if you need help from mom and dad, make sure you ask them. I'm sure they would have no issues doing it. If you do end up cracking the egg, we have to grab another egg, do the experiment over, and just have mom and dad cook that up. Or if you're baking something, throw it in and you use the egg up. So when we have the vinegar, it says we need to pour it until the egg is fully immersed in it. So it's not going to, there's no exact amount of how much, but the egg just has to be fully immersed in the vinegar. I just need a little bit more. I try to get it as much immersed as possible. And I know it might float up a little bit too. All right. So I have 1 egg. Hopefully I have enough for my second egg. There we are. All right. So, also, again, double check with mom and dad before you use all the vinegar, because I'm going to have to go buy some more vinegar now, which is totally fine because you guys are worth it. All right. So, I have finished my vinegar. I have my eggs going. I'm going to make 1 egg blue. So I'm just going to add a couple little drops into this one. And we'll see what happens with 1 egg being blue and 1 egg just being regular. So once we have the eggs submerged, and we're going to carefully put our lids on. And now we're just going to let our eggs sit for a couple of days. So I know it's going to take a while for these results to come in, but as we're waiting, draw up a hypothesis and ask some questions. What do you think is going to happen to our eggs? How is it going to make it bouncy? Do you think the vinegar is actually going to make a difference, or the egg's still going to be a hard shell after a day or two? So I know I'm going to leave you hanging right now with our experiment, but let me know how your results start going. Check in on it on a day, then on the second day, and then on the third day is the day we can finally open it and play with it. I'm super excited. I'm excited to see if it really is going to bounce or how much of a difference it is with the eggs. So keep me posted, keep me updated. I'd love to hear your feedback and to see if you are successful in making a bouncy egg. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.